One of the features that was built into the APMA Coding Resource Center is access to the NCCI edits, or CCI edits, or Correct Coding Initiative edits. Just to give you an idea of what the CCI edits are all about is they are a bundling of procedure codes to procedure codes to E&M codes. These are Medicare edits. The bundling edits refer to codes that are considered to be components of the more comprehensive codes when they're built together. When there are cases that there are no edits with two procedure codes or a procedure code and an E&M code, then there is no need for a modifier in that particular case. When there is a bundling edit, usually there's an indicator next to it that will tell you whether or not you can unbundle legitimately the procedure code to procedure code or the procedure code to the E&M code in order to get that build. One of the nice features that we built into the APMA Coding Resource Center was the ability to get to the CCI edits from three different avenues. One is, and we'll take a common code, which is a 28296 bunionectomy with an osteotomy. One is to click right on the code itself. When you click on the code, it goes to the CCI tab for 28296. In that tab, what you're going to see is a listing of 28296 in column 1. Also, you're going to notice that there are procedure codes or service codes in column 2. The next column over is an indicator column. When there are a bundling of codes, in this case, the first one is 28296 with a 11420. If those two are built together, the CCI edits tell you with an indicator 1 that you can in fact bill for both procedures as long as 11420, which happens to be an excision of benign lesion, is not included within the performance of a bunionectomy with an osteotomy. That means that it's performed at a different location, different anatomic site. In those particular cases, you can apply a modifier, in this case a 59 modifier, to the column 2 code. You always apply the modifiers when you see an indicator 1 to the column 2 codes. In addition, the CCI edits, if you scroll down, will have a listing where it flips and it puts the 28296 into the column 2, because sometimes it's considered to be a component to a more comprehensive code. When you scroll down and look, you're going to see that there are a few examples, approximately 9, in which 28296 is a column 2 code to a different column 1 code. In this particular case, when you look into it, these codes, for instance, 11010, is the debridement of a wound in the face of an open fracture or dislocation. When you're building a 28296 along with a 11010, you'll notice the indicator is a 1. That means that you can legitimately unbundle it if they're not related and apply a modifier, again in this case a 59 modifier, to the column 2 code, which is the 28296. In addition to getting to the CCI edits through clicking on the code itself, there are other ways to get to the CCI edits. Let's go back over to 28296 by scrolling back up. You can go ahead and click right on this. It'll take you back to the Coding Resource Center in the Surgical Center for 28296. The other way of getting there is going over to the tab that's included within the body of the information regarding 28296 called the CCI edits. When you click on that, it's exactly the same as going to 28296 by clicking on the number directly. You get to the very same page. Let's go back again to look at the final way of getting there. When you're at the page with 28296 on it, the third way of getting to the CCI edits is to go to the main tab section on top, click on it. When you get to that section, you're going to have to put in 28296, look it up, and that will take you back to the very same page that we were looking at before. Again, CCI edits are Medicare Correct Coding Initiative edits. The CCIs are applied to some codes, not all codes. Again, if you don't see a combination of codes in the Coding Resource Center that are linked with either column 1 or column 2, then no modifier is necessary. If in fact you do see a link between column 1 and column 2 on two different procedure codes, or a procedure code with a E&M code, then you look for the indicator to see whether or not they can be bundled or unbundled legitimately. Actually, the CCI edits are fairly easy to understand as long as you know what in the world you're looking for. The good news is the APMA Coding Resource Center provides you 3 different directions in order to get there. If you have any questions regarding CCI edits, how to use them, one of the other things that we included in the Coding Resource Center was a section in the table of contents with instructions. These instructions are brief, but they do have links to the Medicare section on the CCI edits for more complete instructions. Thank you very much.